What's up, guys? So today we're going to be fishing for stock trout. As always, it is stock trout season and there are numerous lakes being stocked all over for the past few weeks, Sasamat being one of them. However, I had absolutely no luck as they were all in the depths and not by the shore, so that was a bust. So we're going to take a little trip to Lafarge Lake, probably the easiest place to catch some decent sized trout. I got my nice waterproof boots from 8 Fans for this trip, and we are using the classic PowerBait on a Carolina rig combo. This is definitely my go-to setup this entire stocking season. You can see I got that sort of rainbow colored PowerBait balls for trout, as well as here's a little diagram for the Carolina rig. It's essentially just a bottom rig where it's hard for the trout to be spooked, just because it would suspend the bait just floating right above the bottom, and when they bite and run off with it, they will not be able to detect any tension. I also use a pink power ball, which is a bit more durable. I'll be switching to that after casting a little bit with this and having the bait stolen from me in this location here close to the fountain. So yeah, there's some drawbacks to the dough bait versus the power ball, and I wouldn't say that one is particularly better than the other. It's just that at the moment the fish are a little smarter and they're able to rip the dough off of my hook very easily, so something with more durability is preferred. And instead of just leaving my setup on the ground like I normally do, I found a nice stick to prop up my setup. So, you know, if you don't have some kind of a rod holder, a stick works fantastic if it has the right shape. And then, you know, pretty quickly, I'd say 10 minutes of waiting around, I can already see that a little bit of my line is being pulled out and tugged on. So I know a fish is investigating and sort of checking out my setup here, but it hasn't fully chowed down, so I'm not going to make any crazy movements until I know for sure that the hook is in the mouth and I'm able to set the hook on the fish here. So the key to doing this right, now that the fish are a little more bite shy, that they've been here for a little bit, is to really let them taste the bait, mess around, investigate it before you know for sure that they'll fully commit. You'll kind of know when you'll see your line running out and tugging kind of hard. When that happens, set the hook and bam, you got a fish on. Fun little fight on this guy. I believed it was a big fish just because my drag was clicking quite a bit, but it turns out I drove the fish into a massive bed of weeds, and I got some weeds and the fish. But you know, since I got a fish, can't complain. My line's gonna twist and turn a little bit, and I hope it doesn't really mess up my setup. If not, I'll redo it. But yeah, you don't want to reel while your drag is clicking because it'll just spin the line like crazy. But here you go. Nice, pretty little trout. Good piece of advice here if you're getting skunked at Lafarge is to move around as much as you can and cast. If you're not getting any action in 5 to 10 minutes, move around, keep trying new spots, and find where they are. Another great tip is to size down on your tackle, like smaller hooks, lighter lines, all this sort of stuff to prevent the fish from being spooked from your setup. Rainbow trout. Huh? Little sharks? No, I haven't caught that yet. I'm trying. Of course, I just gotta quick kill it. Give me 1 second. There you go.
Is it still moving?
Shouldn't be for too long, but yeah, that's a rainbow trout.
Oh.
They put this in the lake for people to catch.
You know, these eggs.
Those are the bait that I'm using actually.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello, I'm not alive anymore. Careful, it's very slimy and gross. After the fish has been dispatched and bled, I got myself a nice food grade Ziploc to put my fish in. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Don't use a garbage bag, it's not safe. But yeah, beautiful little trout. Quick little trip, and yeah, I'll keep going fishing for a little bit here before I check out Como Lake, because I wanted to see how the bite is over there versus Lafarge. And you can see as I'm actually packing up and getting this trout prepared to be taken into my cooler, there is something nipping at my line, just sort of like, you know, tugging at it ever so slightly. I'm not really going to do anything until I know for sure, so I'm just going to leave it there and enjoy the view. Or not. I'm gonna grab my line. Okay, I forgot what happened, but yeah, I tried to set the hook on this, but I lost it. I think I was a little too gung-ho. I could have waited just ever so slightly longer, and the hook would have properly set in the fish when it fully engulfed it. So yeah, this little guy popped off, but that's alright. I'm gonna call it here and head on over to Como Lake, where it's nice and quiet. There's not a lot of people here, which is super nice. Lafarge is pretty busy. I'm not entirely sure if it's because I made videos on that area a lot and now people are just kind of heading out there, but Como is very peaceful and very quiet, which is awesome. You can see here I have pretty much the exact same setup. This is the Carolina rig, just on a different rod. This is just a shorter rod, which I like to use when I'm traveling out to new areas I'm not really confident in. And of course, here's the diagram of the exact same setup. I got the power dough this time with the power eggs. The egg is the more durable piece of bait, and then the dough itself is a lot less durable, and I'm gonna mix it up to add like some nice contrast. I'm just kind of experimenting here to see if this works or not. This is the chartreuse extra scent power dough, and I haven't had a whole lot of good luck on this season, but in this fishing trip I do get some pretty decent luck here. So again, bomb the setup as far as I can into the center of the lake. I'm assuming that the trout are further out, so I'm just hucking it out there, hoping that something will eventually swim by and take it. Surprisingly, the bite was actually faster here at Como for me than it is at Lafarge right now. Lafarge took me a little bit to find the fish, but Como was pretty solid. I'm just gonna fast forward this video without cutting it, and I would say it was a few minutes of waiting, not too long at all, after casting, where I started to get some bites. It did stop, and then it came back again with some more bites, and so this spot was pretty promising by the docks.
2 very boring minutes later.
And here you go. I'm feeling something, and it's starting to run. And boom, I say that was the best hook set I've done in a little while. This fish is 100% on, and it is not popping off because I really let it take that bait and run with it. It was 100% gut hooked, so it was never coming off, and for sure I'm not able to release this fish. But there you go. It was a fun fight because I casted this thing like, you know, half a mile out, and there you go. This trout is pretty decent size. I would say the Lafarge trout are a little bigger. These guys are a bit fatter for some reason. The ones at Lafarge were pretty skinny. But yeah, look at that. Another beautiful fish for the day. I just had my lunch, and now this is my dinner. Super fun fight, and it was surprisingly really fast to get a trout here. So we're gonna quickly dispatch it, bleed it, and then same old. I'll grab my Ziploc bag in a little bit to pack this up and bring it home, chuck it in my cooler, and prepare myself a nice little meal. If you guys want to see how I actually prepare trout in like a super quick and easy way, I'm no chef by any means, but I can cook them fairly quickly and gut and head them pretty fast as well. If you guys want to see videos on my exact setup, I can pretty easily make a video on how to set it up because I got to redo a couple of my setups since the line's been chewed up by trout. I use fairly light tackles, so I kind of have to replace the leader and a few other things pretty commonly. And if you guys want to see how I actually cook the trout, let me know. I'm no chef by any means, but I definitely can prepare trout, gut them and everything fairly quickly and easily. And if you guys want to know how I do that, 100% I could do that kind of stuff for y'all. So yeah, if you guys are in the area at Lafarge and Como, just know that the catching there is pretty easy, I would say, once you get the right spot with the right gear and the right lures or bait. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.